Hello guys, it's me, Happy Hour from Happy-Tec, and right now I'm temporarily in a different area, mainly because I'm doing some gardening, and unfortunately I am nowhere near my normal workshop, so I'm gonna have to kind of improvise, so I'm using my phone's camera, so if you can't hear me some parts, that's my bad. I don't really have my exact camera because I forgot an SD card. So, yeah. So, anyway. Oh, okay, my phone's going crazy. Alright, anyway. Here's the gun. The Happy-Tec Belt Fed 8. It looks almost like an assault rifle, but it's a belt-fed weapon. In case the name did not give it away. And here we have 3 types of ammunition feeds that the gun can accept, at least the way I made it. A 5-round clip or a belt. Could be a clip because it's kind of a solid piece, not like cloth. So I guess it could be a clip. I don't know. Definitely not a magazine. Here we have an 8-round drum mag or drum mag. That's weird. Anyway, drum magazine that holds about 8 rounds. Labeled here 8-round cap. 8 round. I made 2 because these are the most reliable ways of feeding the gun. Here's not the kind of reliable, kind of not. It's a 50-50 chance. 12-rounder box magazine, more of a common sight of a belt fed. And taking you onto the gun, as you can see, it has normal markings, some tape. There's the pin to remove the battery, so there we go, mention it. So yeah, do not look down the barrel, obviously, although there really isn't much. You can actually see the flywheels, and you can see all that residue from Nerf darts that has passed through the area. Here we have adjustable legs. Right now it's at setting 1. To adjust it, you just remove this pin and you can set it higher to however you need it to be. However, for me, since I'm short, setting 1 is more than good. But if you're like taller, there we go. Here we have your sights. Here we go. And if you have the gun like this in a bipod, you could use the leaf sight if you want. Put that down. Now, what really makes this gun different from most belt-fed dart guns I've seen is that I tried to emulate the real-life feeding of a real-life belt-fed. You probably see an M60, Browning, PKP, Pecheneg. Any belt-fed weapon, they probably use the same concept. In this case, if I open up the gun, they all have somewhat of a same concept, but on the bolt there would be a groove cut in. In this case, I put some pieces of plastic in a wall shape, so it kind of makes like a kind of a J shape in a way. And what would happen is, as this moves back and forth, this would be in there, and it would constantly move this little pivot right here on the arm, which connects to a pin that falls in here. As that goes back and forward, this would go like this. And the way that works is this is a one-way feed, meaning it'll go over the chain, but on the way back, it'll actually grab onto the belt and advance it. So let me see if I can show it here. Unfortunately, it is kind of difficult to do one-handed, but I have practiced that just for this. Hopefully I can do it with this kind of camera. Oh, frick. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Hold up. There we go. Got it back in there. A bit difficult. Sorry. So as you can see, it moves back and forth as you move this. That also as well moves back and forth. Now to show you a belt advancing, we'll take the little 5-round clip. We're not going to fire anything yet because there's no battery in it. But I'll show you how to do that later. Put a battery in it. So as you can see here, it's slightly prepped. And as you move this back, there we go. Now the gun is ready to fire. But the thing is, we're not going to fire any bullets, so I'm going to open this again and take that out. So that's just the overview of the gun. Let's show you how to put a battery inside. Okay, so here we go with the gun. Unfortunately, the batteries I use, which are the Leminar 9-volt rechargeables, unfortunately just do not have the juice to feed the weapon. The reason being is because they're relatively low milliamps per hour, meaning the milliamps pretty much tells you how much the battery can output in a single charge. In this case, 200 milliamps pretty much lasts me about 5 minutes. And that's we're trying to feed the gun alone. We're also running the flywheels, so that's not good. These would drain in about 5 minutes, but they take 2 days to charge. So that's not good. I have to step up the voltage, and I stepped up to a Tenergy 9.6 volt, 2000 milliamps, which means although it's the same amperage as the 9-volt batteries, it has a lot more hours. So it'll last a bit longer, which is good. I have a bigger pack of a 7.6 battery pack, but I don't have that with me right now. So yeah. But don't think I didn't use these for something. I have a little surprise later. So to put the battery inside the gun, I kind of taken the cue of airsoft guns, and they have theirs in a compartment in the stock, depending on the design, like MP5 or something. And you here pull the pin, slide the back off. As you can see, you have your little connectors. So you take this, connect it the way as it has to be. Ooh, oh no. Yeah, the connection, there we go. Keep it loose. And there we go. Next, you just slide everything back. And there we go. You may notice during the shoot, or during the close-up, you may notice these little holes. The main reason for them is not only are they meant for design, but they're also meant to let heat out in case the battery were to heat up during use, which is kind of normal, especially with this kind of strenuous torque motor inside. The motor I'm running is a 9 to 16 volt rated motor, high torque of course, so it's kind of not surprising that the battery might heat up a bit. So the holes help at least ventilate the heat so it doesn't like completely get too hot in here and become a little bath or a heat microwave, whatever you want to call it. So next we are gonna shoot the gun, but first here's that little surprise I was telling you about. You see that little thing right here? This little overdrive? Well, this is where the little Lenmars come in. Right here. 9-volt Lenmar. I use these in my Honey Badger and they work perfectly, but for this case, not enough juice, so they're overdrive. And you're more wondering where this at. Well, in the part with this, I kind of wired this in parallel, not series, otherwise it would act as a open circuit and it wouldn't run, so parallel was the only way to go. Meaning, not only will this run, if I turn on the little switch, which is off right now, in parallel, it'll add more voltage, so I'll actually get about an astonishing, groundbreaking 5 more seconds of usage out of the thing. The idea is there, it's just that I isn't weak. And a little note, if you were to do something like that, make sure to always unplug it, otherwise you would melt the battery. I melted mine, it shrunk considerably, so that's not good. But anyway, yeah, anyway, let's get to firing the gun after I assemble it back together. And there we go. Let's go test the gun out. Okay, so Here we have a pretty good firing test, as you can see. I'm not sure if you can see me. Hello? Right. So right now we are going to use the 5-round stripper clip, I so call it, even though it's not really a clip. It kind of has the appearance and look of one, so there we go. So I'm going to load it into the gun now, and we're going to see the range. I redesigned my flywheel system and used actual RC wheels, so hopefully the balance is right up to the point to where I can get more range. Previously on my first gun, which was my first episode, the Honey Badger, I was getting about 15 to 20 feet on a good day with 20 feet. 15 is kind of average and 10 is the lowest. Here, I think it might get further due to the increased voltage and the better design, hopefully redesign of my flywheels. So, let's hope this works. Oh yeah. And in case you're wondering what the goggles, I lost my other ones, so these are replacement. But regardless, they do protect my eyes when I shoot, so safety first. And I'll assure you right now, due to the really experimental mechanism used, expect to at least have 1 or 2 failures here and there. And I'll bet you at least 1 failure will occur. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 10, who knows. I bet you it can happen with this thing first off the bat. So, let's go. Let me put up the leaf sight just because it feels cooler. Let's see, I'm going to do single shots because it's only 5 rounds, but then I'll go full automatic for the 8-rounder and this 12-rounder. So let's go. Okay, so let me take the camera out of the mount. As you can see, the gun was able to shoot up to, let's see here. Well, shooting from a straight shot, this thing was able to hit this table, more or less. And since that's pretty far, it says here the tape, it hits about 23 feet. I'm not sure if you can see the 23 feet, and it'll keep going if that thing wasn't here, but I can estimate it to be at least a solid 25, maybe 30 if I angle the shot, maybe 45, who knows. So, we're going to do a straight automatic shot onto the gun. So, let's go. So, let's go and test the gun again in full automatic. Okay, so this is a full automatic test. I'm not going to hold back. I'm just going to hold the trigger and see what happens. Chances are this gun might jam. We'll see. And I'm going to turn on overdrive. There we go. Let's hope this works. Hopefully you guys can see it on camera when the darts are shooting. I try to use the bright colored darts for this. We'll see. Alright. Oh no, I lost my footing for my thing. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Yep. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, the gun works, and I accidentally broke one of my links that go on the belt, so I'm going to have to kind of retire this drum mag until then, unless I can just deal with 7 rounds, which I won't. And yeah, we actually got some good ranges. Kind of landed a bit less than the rest, about 18 feet away. We had a few stragglers that went completely to the left, so I don't know what's up with that. But regardless, the ranges are still average, even for the high rate of fire. I don't know how fast the rate of fire is, but I can tell you it's definitely a lot faster than some of the foam dart blasters I've seen out there. Not going to claim anything, but it does sure feel a lot faster, which I think I might need to tone down if I want to conserve ammunition. So I'm going to show you how you load this magazine, this behemoth, 12 rounds of doom and gloom. First, you would make sure the bolt is in the back position, or open, in this case. Open the cover. Take your little blue end right here, feed it through here. And just as you're doing that, click the box onto the gun and feed the darts through. Now let's hope this thing fires. I have no hopes, but we'll see. This thing wants to jam on me whenever it gets a chance. So there we go. Time to shoot the thing. There you go. Okay, gun, please feed. That would be a miracle if this thing feeds in one go. Doubt it, but I'm staying positive. Overdrive kick in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I thought, ha! Oh man, it actually fed all of it, more or less in 2 takes. But did it jam though? It just that the belt didn't advance. So yeah, it did jam. So I accidentally stopped recording, but here we go. So this might actually work. I kind of neglected to charge the battery, but I did before we shot. So in the finals, the lowest rated one is 14 feet. So right here, we're pretty much going into the range of the honey badger, which is surprising. Here we have one dart that's strayed too far to the left. So, but yeah, it's kind of average. Everything kind of stayed within the general area. So the lowest was about 14 feet, and the highest is about, approximately speaking, 25, 30 feet if I were to angle the shot. And that's pretty good, especially for a homemade belt-fed foam dart weapon. Alright, here we are in first person, as usual. So I'm just gonna go full auto. So here you go, here's a little tag before I shoot. Here's overdrive. Okay, let me turn it on. Right here. Boop, now it's on. Extra few volts. Alright, let's hopefully, I'm gonna shoot at the walls so you can see it shooting. 3, 2, 1. And then, yeah, the belt dropped. See, there you go. Really fast action. Sounds cool too. And it has a reciprocating bolt. And then I disassemble the gun. Or not disassemble, sorry. You can't disassemble this gun, unfortunately. Open the cover here. Almost the same procedure as the drum mag, except this time you actually have to slightly guide it. There we go. As you can see, there we go. There is the bullets. Make sure this one is always to the left as the bolt is open, per se. And there we go. Wiggle the bolt a few times, make sure it is seated in the grooves. And it is. So, wonder if I can get the shot of the darts going in there. Can you see that? Alright. There we go. Yeah. So hey guys, it's me, Happy Hour, and so there's not much to say about this gun. There's not really much accessories, given the fact there is none except for this hand grip here. You can actually unscrew it, and then so you can have you can hold it like this, or you can take this. It's pretty much just a bottom cap glued onto, here we go, nice and tight, and then actually can't support the weight of the gun, so that's good. It has a reciprocating bolt. The gun, I forgot, oh yeah, there we go, the measurement. The gun is about 2 feet and 6 inches and a half long. Alright, just to prove that the gun really is about 2 feet, here it is. That's about the 1 foot mark. And there's a 2 foot mark, and it is about 2 foot 7 inches. Whoa. That's pretty, not the smallest, but I guess that's pretty small for a belt-fed Nerf gun, I guess. Until I make my own darts, then I guess I'll just consider this a Nerf gun, air quotes, air quotes. But yeah, it's nice. I guess if it's a Nerf gun, I might as well say the only thing that's related to the Nerf Vulcan. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. I'm just going to say it's its own creation, but the ammunition I'm using is Nerf darts. There we go. But the design is completely somewhat original. It's designed to be a very compact, very maneuverable weapon, as you can see. I can shoulder and turn it pretty well, and if I have to, I can raise the leaf sight, take it on the monopod, and then deploy, and then I'm into more defensive. But if I need to move, put these up, hold the hand grip, and then now I'm more maneuverable. And also the main idea here was whether if I could apply a real-world mechanical feeding mechanism of an actual LMG, as seen in the Modus, PKP, Pechenek, M60, Browning, all that, all the belt-fed weapons in the world. Because the most of the ones I've seen, if not all, I'm not going to claim anything, use a more different system where pretty much there's like a spoke with gaps cut in between, and you put the belt in those gaps, and as you fire, it rotates the disc with the gaps cut in, and as it rotates, it'll move the belt, advancing it, and then the belt would move into the next room, and that would pretty much simulate it feeding, repeat, rinse and repeat until you're out of bullets. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea, but I wanted to see whether or not it was possible to imply a real world, the bolt moving back and forth, reciprocating, whatnot, real world mechanical feeding properties, whatever, of LMG onto a bone dart shooter. And I think I may have succeeded in that. I need to go back and change the design of it. And in case you're wondering what this is just to help it feed more reliably. It's just a weight a little bit so it's able to move down faster, because it cannot compete with the rate of fire. That's pretty much all it does. But as you can see with the clip, you don't need that, the little 5-rounder. But this just helps with the weight of the darts pushing down. So that's all it does. So hope you guys liked it. This is the Happy-Tec Belt Fed 8. And there you go, dropping the belt. And yeah, around capacity. So I hope you guys like the gun. And yeah, it's, I think I might actually consider using this for an actual Nerf war, if I can ever find one. I mean, it looks funny, but it works. It gets the job done. I'm into it pretty functional. That's how I like it. Oh yeah, and one last thing before I go, you can actually have the cover in there. Now let me move the leaf sight. You can actually see the motor. Unfortunately, I didn't use a big enough gear, so I was kind of limited on how much length that thing can move back forward. If I had a little bit of a bigger gear, maybe that could have made much of a difference, but I don't know until I make a version 2, because this thing is pretty much assembled and ready to go. So yeah, that's it. My name is Happy Hour from Happy-Tec, and I'm signing off, and as always, be chill.